Hey, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gent. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how you can invest into crypto without actually owning tokens. I know some people just don't like the fact that they need to own the tokens themselves or they have to learn some sort of self-custody. So people have asked me, what are the best ways to invest in crypto so that you don't have to do any of that? And as you can see from the thumbnail, most of it has to do with some form of stock. So let's get into it. But before we do, always remember, nothing I say here is financial advice. Please do your own research. I'm just a guy on YouTube. And while you're at it, smash that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter. And if you want extra coaching, guidance, and support, we got the Web3 Secret Society, or you can schedule a private video call. So many people are familiar with stocks. A lot of people have invested in stocks. Some people have never invested in cryptocurrency. So this is a lot of what's more familiar to them. And if you're a boomer, you probably like investing in the S&P 500. It's safe, but you're also seeing cryptocurrency and you're wondering, how can you get a nice piece of that pie? After all, Bitcoin, which you've heard so much about, has done some incredible moves. In the last year or so, it has gone up about 6x. And you're wondering how you can get exposure to all of that growth in your portfolio. So let's break it down in order of what I think are the safest to sort of more risky investments. So the first is exchange traded funds. What is nice about crypto is we have seen the launch of some prominent ETFs or exchange traded funds. This has helped Bitcoin adoption. It's also helped Ethereum adoption. And where better to start than with BlackRock and their iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF, or IBIT. Taking a look at that, since it launched, it's up about 2x. Now, it does track the price of Bitcoin very well. So if you don't want to have the responsibility of holding onto the Bitcoin, remembering the password on whatever centralized exchange, or storing it on a hardware wallet or anything, this is a very easy way to invest. In fact, depending on where you live, you can probably get some sort of tax shelter as well. You can also do the same thing with Ethereum. So this is the ETH-A, or the iShares Ethereum Trust ETF, also by BlackRock. Once again, if we take a look, it is also tracked very well to the price of Ethereum. In fact, I know some people who've gotten into Ethereum recently who you guys might call boomers, and these individuals have chosen to go down this path instead. The next one is a little more intense, and this is MicroStrategy. So some of you might have heard about this. MicroStrategy has completely pivoted in the way they operate. Their CEO, Michael Saylor, has basically used MicroStrategy to continue to buy Bitcoin, borrow against the shares that they issue to continually buy Bitcoin, which sort of sounds like a Ponzi, of course, because you have a company that's just buying Bitcoin, holding onto Bitcoin, sending the price of Bitcoin up. And while we're in the bull market, I still think it's a decent buy. Michael Saylor is sort of one of the key stars of this cycle. Hopefully he doesn't become one of the skid marks of the cycle like SBF. But for now, we can see how well MicroStrategies has done. If we go from the bear market at $14, it's gone up over 25x, which is an incredible growth rate. I picked up random points 14x, but you can see here 2400%. So like, it is absolutely insane. And as the price of Bitcoin goes up, MicroStrategies will go up because they hold a lot on their balance sheet. This has a market cap of 97 billion. So just keep that in mind when you're wondering about how much it has to appreciate for you to double, right? So it has to go to a 200 billion market cap for you to double your money. Now, another way that many people are choosing to get exposure is by investing in the exchanges, because far be it from just investing in Bitcoin or Ethereum like we've just talked about, perhaps you just want to be bullish on the entire industry. And all exchanges make a ton of money when people are buying and selling crypto. Remember, they get raked. They charge a sort of tax on all of these, all the fees they rake in. And I think there are two very good companies that I have been investing in. The first is Robinhood. Robinhood has been doing spectacularly, and it has a lot to do with the fact that crypto is booming. And then the other one is Coinbase. Coinbase, in fact, has their own Ethereum layer 2. You've probably seen it, Base Network. But once again, these are two centralized exchanges that are traded on the stock exchange that are potentially decent investments. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Now, let's go one step further. So we went through exchange traded funds. We went through a leveraged Bitcoin stock. We've then talked a bit about some centralized exchanges and betting on the industry by sort of investing in them and earning when they make a ton of funds or a ton of fees. And finally, as you can tell from this, these are Bitcoin miners or crypto miners. And there are a couple companies here. Now, the first thing I'll say about these companies, because they all pretty much operate in a similar way, if you choose to invest in these, you want to check out what the hash rate is for their mining. You want to see what proportion of cryptocurrency they hold on their balance sheet, and any expansion plans that they have, and any sort of potential dilutions that they may have. It's very important when investing in these kind of companies that you understand how much cash they have on runway, because if they don't have much cash and they want to expand, that means they'll have to issue more stock and dilute shareholders, and you don't want to do that, or you don't want to have that happen to you. So Mara is pretty good. Mara's been something I have held and I've mentioned in the past. Riot, I've never held onto Riot, or maybe I've held a tiny bit, but it's never been a big part of my portfolio. Another one I do hold is CleanSpark, which has been doing pretty well. And then finally, we have Hut 8 Corp or Hut 8 Mining. Hut 8 I never held onto, but it's also done pretty well. So these are all companies I'd recommend you'd look into as well. I mean, I'd recommend you look into everything, but especially the miners. You just want to understand what you're getting into. So those are my thoughts on what you can invest in. These are ways, if you are live in Canada, you can buy it through your tax-free savings account. You can go through your IRA if you live in the US. So there's just multiple ways to sort of go around this if you're looking for that tax haven, or if you just want to invest in crypto or have exposure to crypto into your stock portfolio. So I hope you found this video very helpful. As always, please do me a favor, hit the like button. I'm going to be here this entire bull run. I want to see you guys succeed. And the best way for that to happen is you continue to follow, watch my videos, check me out on Twitter, see exactly what's going on. I'm here. I'll be here to support you the entire time. Hopefully you'll be here as well. So like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'll see you later.